Hello guys, and welcome to my latest video. Just to let you guys know, you're watching a bit of Black Ops 2 Kill Confirm. I'm not sure what the map is, but that's the gameplay that's running in the background. Now the reason for the video is this is my final review of the Razer Taipan. Now initially I was intending on using it for a month, much like I did with the Razer Death Adder 2013. However, for reasons that will become clear later in this video, I'm not going to be able to stick it out with this mouse for a whole month. Now I'm going to go through this with what I liked and what I didn't like about the mouse, and then I'll try to kind of tie it all up. Now first of all, I'm going to go through what's good about the mouse. First of all, the aesthetics. It is definitely, in my opinion, the nicest looking mouse on the market. It looks really sleek. I love the low profile design. The actual finish of it, the vents on the front of the mouse give it like an extra mean look. It almost looks like a grille of a sports car. The really large rubber pads on either side to aid with grip. It just looks like a really lovely bit of kit, and even by the usual Razer standards that fans of Razer will probably think look at this mouse and say, wow, that is one hell of a good looking bit of gaming peripheral gubbins. Now that's obviously a pro. Another pro for the mouse is the performance. I've got to say the sensor on this thing is immense. I felt it was incredibly accurate. I had no problems. I couldn't notice any acceleration, didn't have any kind of problems in that department. It was very accurate. Everything I input happened on screen. And I think that that's obviously very important when you're buying a gaming mouse, especially one costing in the region of £70. So that's obviously an important thing. Performance is spot on, kind of much like you'd expect. Now to the kind of downsides, the cons of the mouse. Unfortunately for me, the kind of cons do outweigh the pros, and it's because of the significance or the significance of the cons, as in how bad they are. They're not small issues, in my opinion. They're quite big issues. The very first one has to be the same thing I actually said was as a pro, was the low profile design. Now the low profile design unfortunately means that this mouse doesn't give you the same kind of variety or flexibility in terms of your mouse grip. I'm naturally more of a palm grip player, so I'll have my palm firmly on the back of the mouse, and my fingers resting on the front. Now in that scenario, I found, and you might have noticed in this video, that I was inadvertently pressing the buttons that are on the right hand side of the mouse. So I would be shooting somebody from about 10 feet away, and without even realizing it, and honestly I didn't even feel that I was pressing any buttons, I would randomly try to get the knife out and stab someone, which is not what my intention was. So that straight away is something that's going to really put you off. If you're going to suddenly randomly start pressing buttons that you don't mean to, that's not a good thing. Now that I do feel that issue came solely from my tendency to use a palm grip. Now if you're a fingertip grip user, so if you don't really rest your palm onto the mouse, but you more grab the front of the mouse with your thumb and your index finger and your ring finger, if you're more of a fingertip grip user, not only will you benefit from, I think, increase like maneuverability, so you'll be able to turn quicker, etc. I feel that it suits this mouse a lot better. When I use a fingertip grip, I didn't make the mistake of pressing buttons that I didn't mean to press. So that's something to bear in mind. So for me personally, this mouse is going to be a no-go simply because of the grip that I prefer. I would have thought, being an ambidextrous mouse, that having a uniform design, I thought not only would it be suitable for right and left-handed players as it's meant to be, but I also thought that because it's not ergonomically designed in a more particular way like the Death Adder is, it might suit more different styles of grip, but I was wrong. Now the other thing with this mouse is, even though the length is good in terms of size, I found it to be extremely narrow. It is a very narrow mouse. The width just isn't there, which again makes holding any other type of grip apart from fingertip grip very difficult and uncomfortable, and you're not going to enjoy it. So again, for a mouse that's for this kind of price level, I would have expected a bit more. So it's disappointing that technically such a good mouse that, as I said, in terms of its accuracy, its sensitivity, acceleration, lift off, whatever whatever technical things that you look out for when you're choosing a gaming mouse, in terms of performance, basically this thing is awesome. I've got no issues. It's right up there in my opinion with the Death Adder. I don't know, it might even be better, but that's impossible to really say. I didn't use it at its max 8200 DPI. I only used it at 400 DPI because that's what I like to use. Acceleration off, the precision enhancer off, and in-game in Counter-Strike also use it on 2. I think in Black Ops I had it at like 2.5 sensitivity, and for me this mouse works fantastically, apart from obviously the comfort, because it just did not suit my grip, and that in turn meant I was pressing buttons I didn't want to press, and it just ruined my game experience. And as such, there's no way I could carry on using this mouse for a whole month. It just wasn't going to happen. So it means I've done the review a lot earlier than I'd anticipated, but I thought I'd give you guys my honest opinion. If you have any more questions, obviously to sum it up, great performance technically, but really be careful when you buy this mouse if you don't have a fingertip grip. If you've got a fingertip grip, I'd have no qualms in recommending it. If you have anything apart from a fingertip grip, I've got doubts about recommending you this mouse, simply because I don't know if you'd find it very comfortable at all, because I certainly didn't. If you've got any further questions, guys, please leave them in the comment section. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It all really helps. I appreciate all you guys' comment and support, and thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.